The following video is entirely based on interviews and stories reported by other media outlets, which we collect and curate in an attempt to provide one coherent and well-rounded history piece from the world of professional wrestling.
Support WrestleTalk!
Follow us on Twitter. The Hardy Boys returned to WWE at WrestleMania 33 in 2017, back in their Team Extreme gimmick. Any continuation of the broken universe that had been created in Impact was seemingly lost. But the reality was, Matt Hardy was in a tight legal battle over the ownership of the gimmick with his former employer. Mi nombre es El Fakeador, and this is the saga of Matt Hardy versus Impact Wrestling. Although it's failed to gain any real momentum in WWE, at one point in time, Matt Hardy's broken gimmick was one of, if not the most intriguing and original gimmicks in professional wrestling. Going from homemade videos posted on his personal YouTube channel to filming the final deletion match at the Hardy compound, very few would have predicted that a man with a funny laugh and an inability to form a legible sentence would gain such popularity. It's fair to say that Matt Hardy put a lot of time, effort, and his own money into creating the gimmick, but he was understandably upset when Impact tried to claim ownership over it. This led to, shall we say, some difficult contract negotiations for the team, who were tag team champions at the time, when they wanted to re-sign with the company. But things looked to be improving for the Hardys as Impact were taken over by Anthem Sports, and their chief executive, Ed Nordholm, looked to be a more reasonable man. Still, things didn't go well. Pro Wrestling Sheet reported in February 2017 that the Hardys felt disrespected during the contract negotiations. Matt and Jeff both wanted creative control clauses put in their deals, but this was shot down by Nordholm. Pro Wrestling Sheet reported, one source says their lawyer told Ed Nordholm that there was interest from other companies, and he responded by saying, well, tell them to go to WWE then. And lo and behold, at the end of February 2017, Matt and Jeff left Impact Wrestling, and they returned to WWE at WrestleMania 33, winning the Raw Tag Team Championships in a ladder match, but in their Team Extreme gimmick, rather than as the Broken Hardys. The day prior, they had faced the Young Bucks in a ladder match at Supercard of Honor, where they were not referred to as Broken either. So there was some confusion over who owned the Broken gimmick. Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that sources close to Matt Hardy claimed that Impact held the rights to profit off any footage shot during his time in the company, but once that was over, he retained ownership of the character. Impact, on the other hand, claimed they owned all intellectual rights. It was also reported that an agreement for the Hardys to pay a total of $25,000 to be able to use the gimmick elsewhere was nearly made, but this did not happen. Anthem Sports reportedly then asked for 50% of all Hardy revenue on the gimmick, something that the Hardys understandably saw as a cheap shot, and the deal was scrapped. Anthem were quite heavily on the back foot in all of this, which could be the reason why they wanted a relatively small amount of money for the gimmick rights. They didn't fund any of the broken videos or pay rent when shooting an entire episode at the Hardy compound, and Matt's wife Rebby, who was consistently vocal about her anger towards Anthem on Twitter, revealed that neither their son Maxwell or her father Senor Benjamin were paid for their appearances. By April, it was being reported that WWE had reached an agreement with Impact over the rights to use the broken characters, which then had Matt continue to use his delete chant on TV, hopefully keeping interest in the gimmick alive. Then eventually, after months of hostile talks and some passive pressure from WWE, Anthem gave up the ghost, and it was reported that Ed Nordholm had decided to make some changes, starting by righting some of the wrongs the company had made before he took over. This included revealing he allowed Matt and Jeff to use the gimmick outside of Impact for the first time. It wasn't just Matt and Jeff who got to keep their gimmicks. Nordholm told Sports Illustrated in November 2017, we've seen the character development and will be interested to see where they take the concept. Our new talent agreements all incorporate language that allow talent to continue to use their Impact persona after they leave the company. We are working with our legal team to amend our existing agreements to extend this to all our current and former talent. In November, PW Insider reported that Matt Hardy published the broken trademark for opposition, stating, if there is no opposition, the trademark will officially be in the hands of Hardy and available for him to use within WWE or independently of the company. And so then in December 2017, Woken Matt Hardy finally debuted on WWE TV to cut a promo on Bray Wyatt, which then then led to them teaming up and becoming the Raw Tag Team Champions. Figure 4 Online then reported that the reason Matt was woken rather than broken was so that WWE could own the rights to the Woken gimmick. Sounds eerily familiar, but should Matt leave WWE, he can go back to the Broken gimmick, which he now owns the rights to. We've got other WWE Backstage Expose videos on WrestleTalk, so click the playlist on screen right now to watch more of them. I've been El Fakador, and that was Lucha.